All right, so again, the exhaust is not hooked up, so it's going to sound like a truck or like trash. So I just want to listen for any misfires, make sure there's no defective motor, and I can sleep peacefully knowing that this motor that I put in works. There's not going to be any issues. Again, this has 106,000 miles on it. The time belt water pump, everything has been changed. Valve cover, spark plugs. Of course, we got a new serpentine belt stuff on there. So the only thing is the transmission axle seal. It's not in there. I have to replace that because once I remove the drive shaft bolts, it just has been in such a fixed position that it started leaking, and it's not stopping. So I gotta put a new one in there. Other than that, cross your fingers. I don't think I need to. I never got a bad motor from this place. Let's see what happens. From the catalytic converters that's being saturated in coolant. The exhaust system has so much water in there. It's gonna look like a swimming pool when swimming pool coming out of the tailpipe when I started up. Once the exhaust is hooked up. It's clearing up now. Sounds good. I'll show you the bottom. Oh no. Golly. Fill the garage up. Again, I mean, it was just saturated with coolant, so I mean, it's going to run until that coolant burns out. You see some of the steam coming from the tailpipe. Whew. Get out of here. All right, let's see if we can get. Just gonna go to the generic feature. Once the check engine light came on, let's go there to auto scan for Shekinah Automotive. Yeah, this is why I don't like doing motors sometimes. You get stuff like this, and you get check engine lights, and you gotta fish for the problem, see what's going on. But I'm suspecting this being a coil because one of them was real questionable, being that the two in the back were mended to the spark plug tube. It's likely that other one that was able to come out in the the rear bank was going out because it was melted also. Should it be cylinder 2 or 4 that's misfiring? That's not helping me out. So stored is cylinder 1. It's in the back. A little dumb here. Let me go back and make sure it is so. Misfire cylinder 1. Still a problem. Bank 1, sensor 2. me tackle that misfire. Oh yeah, what kind of person would I be if I didn't show you the misfire counter, right? Load up. Let's go down, down, down. Misfire counter. Number 1, stuck at 0. It seems like 4 is kind of doing the same thing. We'll see what happens. And I think 4. What was 4? I gotta figure out what was 4. What kind of coil was that? I didn't do nothing with that but pull it out and put it back in. That's what she said. So let me investigate 4. See what's going on with that one. Alright, got the axle seal in there. It was a good replacement. Got the new coil here. I'm gonna install since it had a misfire. And just inspect that. I'm gonna put some dielectric grease on the head of it. It was weird that I had 3 bad coils, and I thought maybe because I put too much dielectric grease in there and all the other ones. I mean, but it's just strange that happened. So, select about where I put this one. All right, we'll do an official startup with everything not missing. So everything should be running on all 6 cylinders. I'm gonna put this camera in the back so you can see the exhaust. It's just like, I know it's gonna be like pushing out so much water. So let's take a look at that. Yeah, that thing runs a lot better. I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought. Let me give it a little gas. Well, I guess it wasn't as bad. It was like literally a swimming pool in there, but it's going to definitely smoke pretty bad for about an hour or so, but definitely runs a hell of a lot smoother. I can't begin to tell you. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna let it run, let the fans kick on. The coolant should have, I let the car run for a little bit yesterday, but I'm gonna let the coolant, I'm gonna top the coolant off and recheck everything. So we can take it on a highway drive, recheck for leaks for the axle seal levels replaced, and get this thing cleaned up, get the 50 miles on there before I give it back. Should be a successful engine replacement. Oh, let's look at the misfire count and see if there's anything going on with that. All right, let's see if we can get low. I hope the air is not. It's not going against the microphone or anything. I think we should be good. Let's see what's stored in the code. It should be the oxygen sensor. So okay, so I was incorrect. That's cool. It's a random multiple misfire, and there was probably something that cleared up since I replaced the coil. Let's see. Go back to engine control module. Let's go to It don't feel as smooth as it was. It's not missing, but it's definitely not running as smooth. Let me go to misfire count down here. Misfire counter. I guess because the idle change wasn't idling as high, so we're good as far as misfires go. You know, and I wonder if that exhaust system had anything to do with contributing to misfires. I'm just curious. Because before we had a fault code with the Bank 2 sensor. So you know, the camera's moving a little bit. Yeah, I think because the idle had dropped once I cleared the code. Let me shut it down and cut it back on. Yeah, I think it's not missing like hard, but I think it has a lot to do with the idle and plus the age of the car. So that's what it is. There's no misfires, obviously. I mean, that little one that it hit there, I mean, it's nothing significant. It's really insignificant. So we're going to drive it with current miles we get. The current miles we got. Let's take a peek at that. You just need to take the camera out the stand. How about that? So 186,363. How do I set this odometer here? We'll set A to 0. All right, let's I'll make sure the coolant's everything's good, and we're gonna take it for a drive. All right, back with the Hyundai. I'm sorry. I don't know why I want to call it Kia sometimes, but we got a Hyundai. The one I put the motor in like within a week ago. So just doing my final inspection of this vehicle. Let me get through this. I'm going to do a complete scan of the vehicle, and I'm going to show you the monitors that everything's complete. But let me show you the mileage. So right now we're at 95 miles. Those are the current miles on it right now. So vehicle was driven 95 total miles, and hasn't been any issues. I've been checking it periodically. Let's see here what is going on. So these are likely going to be just normal faults with this vehicle. Tire pressure monitoring system. There's nothing that was disconnected in relation to that, but I'm gonna go inside those and see what's up with that. Had a car drop off. Let's get back. Focus. Thank you. All right, so let's check the. These are unrelated to the motor, so I'm still just going to check them anyway and see if there's anything in common. Just because no communication. Control area network communication bus off. So ABS. Let's see what airbags got going on in there. Oh shit, mistake. Probably like a control area network, battery low voltage. I thought I cleared them codes off. Strange. Battery low voltage. Multiple crosstalk. Okay. Well, these are going to be irrelevant in comparison to the motor, but strange the ABS is on ESC. Just going to do a quick erase like that. I don't even remember the ABS light being on. Probably is. I think I remember tire pressure light being on. I don't know if they're synonymous or not, the ABS and tire pressure monitoring. But as far as those are concerned, I mean, the engine's concerned, everything's fine. We're going to go to the generic feature, look at the monitors for the emissions. Okay, so there's no codes. Let me go back to, let's go to here, see if there's any pending codes present just in case. Technically, this car is ready for inspection because it's after '01, so you can have one incomplete code. So this car is ready for inspection. More than likely, it's probably like an EVAP thing that's going on. Let's check the IM ready to see what's incomplete, because usually that's the last one, or either the catalyst monitors since DT cleared. Usually it's going to be the EVAP. Yep, EVAP system. I thought. Other than that, everything's okay, emissions related for the most part, except for the EVAP. So that hasn't gone through its monitoring phase yet. If you look at this next video after this one, well, I think it's going to be before, but there's a pressure sensor that I've repaired, and I got to go through the EVAP monitoring. Basically, that's what's utilized as far as the tank pressures. That's the integral. The monitoring system for the EVAP system is the fuel tank pressure sensor. So you'll see that in another video if you have subscribers. All right, other than that, this vehicle's fine. I'm just gonna take my little tire crayon here, put little tick marks over the random hoses, even though I know everything's full. The fluid, oil, I'm gonna check everything. The axle seal looks really good. There's no leaks. I'm just gonna go over a basic check. Other than that, I mean, this car runs phenomenal. So, I mean, all the hoses and stuff I'll be able to check from here anyway. Being that there isn't any emissions related issues, I'll just check the hoses and make sure everything's fine with that there's no coolant leaks. Especially check those rear hoses that were the primary cause of this issue, these heater core hoses. Just look at the fluids. Even though I know the antifreeze topped off, it's perfectly fine. Power steering, it's a little low, but we'll go ahead and top that off anyway. Those are fine. Belt's okay. Last thing, I mean, this is just very, very basic. I'm going to check the engine oil, and I'm going to conclude this. Other than that, I'm going to, of course, take it to the car wash, clean up the idiot cover here, this engine cover, and clean up the engine bay so everything is presentable. Oil level is a little high. bring some of that out, but we're fine with that. I mean, it is a little high on there. Let's see here. I think we're good, man. I think everything's fine. Like I said, I'm gonna clean everything up and get a little shine going on. This car is officially done. Ready for inspection. No leaks, no issues with this installation. The car has 90, I think it's 86 or 90, 95 miles on it. So I think everything's fine. I am a firm believer in at least test driving all your stuff, especially if you put something like major in like this, because this motor does have like a little limited lifetime warranty on it. So if something goes wrong, as long as you got the car, yeah, I gotta put a motor in there. So of course I'll make sure everything's done perfect, so there's no issues. Other than that, hey, if anything happened, that limited lifetime warranty has to be utilized. You're not going to know. Hit that link, stay informed, have the reassurance for my work, subscribe, and so on to the next one.